Hey, Kathy, we're diving into season 5. We're giggling and diving into season 5.
Yes, we are. It's as if we've never done this before. Good God. It is incredible.
Yeah, I know.
Chrissy, season
It's like a whole
5.
new thing.
It's
I
crazy.
know.
And
It's
it
incredible.
all started years ago at Sleuth Fest. And here we are, season 5 of this crazy little podcast.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Thank God we sat next to each other at that first workshop, all nervous, looking around for somebody like, who was in the
A
same
friend.
boat as
I
us.
need a friend.
A friend.
Well,
Who knew? Who knew?
well, and it was such a
Yeah.
great meeting because we obviously were there as writers learning craft from Hank Philip Ryan, who's a great friend of the show and of all
Yeah.
writers because she's such a great mentor. And and
Mhm.
then, we found out we had so much in common despite our very different locales of where we live. And one thing led to another, and here we are.
Here we are.
I have
Here
the
we
giggles
are.
today. I don't know why I have the giggles, but I do.
I know. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're about to start our best season ever.
It's going to be a great
I
season.
know I say it all the time, but
I
I
know
really
you
think we
do.
are.
Now I am actually really excited. We have some things we're going to talk about here in a few minutes that we really warrant excitement. So let's get to it. But Christy, we have to have a little cheers to start the season.
Oh, yes, for sure.
So cheers to us,
Cheers.
season
Oh,
5.
yes, you've got your mug.
I do. We'll talk
She's
about that in a
hiding it
sec.
in her mug, but it really is
Yeah.
wine, right?
I'm having red
Mhm.
wine. I'm having Cabernet.
And I'm wearing the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm jumping ahead, but it's the merch.
It's the
Come with
merch.
the
So
come for the
this is our
crime, stay for the wine.
yes. Yeah.
Yep. And now I'm gonna sit down, see, because I've already shown the merch, and I can just relax,
Good thing we got it over with.
relax as I dive into season 5.
Yeah, what's with the diving? Season 5, just the rhyming thing?
I don't know. Dive into season 5. It rhymes.
No, I like it. I just didn't know
I'm
where to
very
go.
poetic.
It is very poetic. Okay,
I'm just
so
trying to
listen,
be poetic.
we are
Yes.
recording this a little out of order, and we just recorded a great episode with our first author, and I cannot wait for everyone to hear it. David Ellis is a appellate judge in Chicago, and he also is a multi-award-winning author on his own, but he also
Bestseller.
writes with James Patterson. And that was just one of my favorite conversations. It was super fun talking to him.
Yeah. It was a good one to jump into the new
Mhm.
season for,
It was
or dive
perfect.
into the new season. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the
We had a
verbs.
good
She wants
time.
us to
We had a
jump
good
and
time talking
dive
to
and all the things.
him. We're active,
Yeah.
not passive.
No, that's
Yeah.
correct. So so that's how we're starting the season, which is great.
Yes. Yes, we are. We're starting that, and oh my gosh, we've got really good ones coming up, Kathy.
We
I
do.
mean, we are really booked all the way
We're
till
almost
2023. So I kind of know what's coming up, but
Yeah.
I don't want to like give any spoilers except
we've got
maybe
some.
Lisa Unger.
We'd love Lisa Unger is coming
Mm,
back, and
yes.
Ashley
And
Winstead.
Ashley
Loved her last
Winstead,
year.
yes.
And okay,
Yes.
speaking of Ashley Winstead, this is a perfect segue. So Ashley was on last year about her debut novel, In My Dreams I Hold the Knife, which was creepy and awesome. And what I loved about
Mhm.
her was that her follow-up novel was a romance. And now she's coming back to talk with us
Mhm.
about her second thriller, which is her third novel. But on the romance front, we have a little deviation I'm particularly thrilled about. We are talking with the great Jasmine Guillory, who writes fantastic contemporary romances. She's just super successful, but also just super down to earth, and writes these just very insanely readable romances. And I
know we had the
Yeah.
opportunity, and I was like, I mean, I like reading romances. That's maybe my guilty pleasure, but but I had not read hers before then, and
Yeah,
Kathy was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to
I
talk to
did.
her."
You and I. So how we do this is some authors reach out to us directly, but mostly we get it from their agents, their marketing, their PR people, or
Or yeah,
um, the
publicist.
publishing
Yeah.
houses like reach out to us, and which is so great. And
Yes.
they generally know to just give us crime fiction, right? Thrillers and mysteries. And so when I saw that on, I was like, Christy, I want to talk to her. I just admire her so much. And I have not ever been a big romance reader, actually. I've never really read
Because
romance until
you have romance in your life, my
I do
dear.
have romance in my life. I do. But she is one of the first, she might be the first contemporary romance that I picked up. And I don't even remember how or why and what circumstances in the last year. And I was like, this is a whole other form of joy. Like
Yes. I know,
I
especially after all we've been through,
I
in the
think
last couple of
so.
years, it was like you just want
Enough darkness.
something
Yeah.
not stressful.
Yeah. It's just it's a different piece of my reader brain. And
Hmm.
so I can't wait to talk to her. She's just seems like an absolute gem, and I'm really, really excited about that.
Yes, and I am
So
too. So,
we also have, because we have so many great authors lined up, and we have so many more we want to talk to that we can't fit in. Like you and I were at Thriller Fest and Sleuth Fest, and we met all these fabulous authors and people we've never met or people we love, like Jeffrey Deaver, just great. We had no more room at the inn. Like we were booked
right,
already.
right.
And so Christy had a fabulous idea to come up with a new episode
Well,
series.
I came up with it because at Sleuth Fest, we
Yeah.
were interviewing sort of in a panel like thing. And I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? This is kind of, we can do this. We can do
Yeah.
this.
So
So we're going
we're
to have
gonna
a
be doing,
bunch.
yeah, we're gonna start gathering writers in a new series called Crime Book Chats, where
Crime book chat.
I love that, where we talk to a bunch of authors instead of just our one-on-one, which I'm just super excited
Yeah.
about that format. I think it'd be
Yeah.
super fun with a cocktail, of course, staying with our signature. Everyone enjoys a cocktail.
Absolutely. So then we get to know twice as many
Mm,
or three times
five
or four
times,
times
yeah.
as many, depending on,
Yeah,
we're probably only like four max, um, but our listeners, you guys out there, will get to hear from
mm,
a broader range, and
yeah.
it's just going to be fun. I
I'm
think it's going
super
to be fun.
excited. Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
So that's great. And we'll still be doing Jubilee
Yep.
Rex this year. We'll still continue that
Yes.
because we
Yep.
love
And,
that.
throw in an episode or two of us. You never know.
Yeah, we're gonna play
We
that
do
by ear.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, before we get to kind of what I think is our highlight today, I want to know what's going on with you in your life, and specifically, I want to know about writing, Christy. That's what
Okay.
brought us
I'm glad
together.
you limited it to that because, it's a
Actually, I
public
have some other
forum.
tea I'd like you to bring up, but we'll wait. That's an out. That's a
So,
off camera.
I know that's an outlier, right? Okay. So as far as writing, I am into, and after talking to David Ellis, even more inspired
Ugh,
for my new work in progress, which I'm working on, and then I need to go back and finish up the last, because why not follow through? He kind of
yeah,
inspired me to do that, and that was pretty close. So, and then I
and
have more ideas. So I
yeah,
am trying to really just, after the crazy years we've had,
it's been
and I say
nuts.
years, but it just has been a blur.
Mm-hmm. It has been.
I'm trying to get into the writing. I might even do NaNoWriMo.
Really?
I don't know how I can do it, but I could like attempt. I mean, I know we have like a wedding and stuff, but
Well, and
I can write a
NaNoWriMo
couple hours a day.
it doesn't have to be just November. I mean, you could do it any 30-day window you
Right.
want, you
But
know.
sometimes I need a little motivation.
It's so funny because I've been thinking a lot lately about deadlines. I have this in my
Hmm.
personal life. I have a big, very, very, very big project that I am not solely responsible for, but um, we just weren't moving along as we needed to. And then someone imposed some deadlines, and I will not disappoint someone else. I it before I would never disappoint somebody else. And so all of a sudden, all this big project is just moving along because of these deadlines. And you and I
Yep.
always have talked about that we're not getting to our own writing as much as we should or wish we were. And I do believe in deadlines, fake or not. It and keeping promises to yourself.
All right. So, I
Yeah,
mean, we've tried this accountability before, but maybe we should try it
we have.
again. What do you think?
I'm game. I'm game.
I think we should try it again. We can, we're gonna be together next week. We can
Let's talk
brainstorm
about
on
this. Yeah,
exactly how we want to do the
yeah.
accountability. So, what are
Okay,
you
let's talk
doing
about
right
next
now?
week. We should talk about next week though.
Oh, but wait a minute. Did you
What?
tell me, are you writing?
Oh,
Even though
yes,
you've
sorry.
got all this crazy.
I am writing, and I have more on my plate than I've had in a while, and I
Hmm.
love that because it's all great stuff. Um, I am writing. I am writing I've been working probably since January on a new thriller. It took me some time to decide to set my original thriller aside, my learning thriller. And I agree with you. I'm not done with it. I definitely want to revisit it. But I did have two different editors say, you know what? This is probably a bigger story than you're ready for as an author. And I heard that. And I thought, you know what? That is why I was kind of running into some obstacles. I'm not, I think my craft isn't at the level that the story that I have in my mind warrants.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so I'm
get
definitely
that.
want to
Yeah.
go back to it because I love the story. Love, love, love. Um, but right now I am working on a new thriller, and some same characters, some new characters. And I did work with a book coach this last spring, Lisa Cron. I just admire
Hmm.
her greatly, and she gave me a lot of incredible uh, lessons and advice, and listened to me. And um, when she had to tell me I was wrong and crazy, she was very gentle about it.
That's a good thing
Yeah.
because we
You
are
know
a
what?
little fragile.
She is she is just an awesome woman, and I just have come to admire her even more than I did. So she was great though. She really helped me. I met with her like every 6 to 8 weeks just for a session, and I'd send her some pages, and that was really helpful. And so now she's waiting for me to give her a schedule when I'll give my full draft to her. So I am going. We're recording this at the end of August, so my goal was on September 1st to pick a deadline. So speaking of deadlines, and I also tell you, I'm working on romance. I would
Ooh.
have never 2 years ago, if you had said that to me, I would have been like, I don't read. I love romance now, and I'm
Hmm.
working on a contemporary romance. So
Cool.
yeah, that's where I'm
Fun.
at.
I can't wait
So
to read all this.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm excited too. So that's
yeah.
great. So let's talk about next weekend.
Okay. We're going to
Okay,
be at BoucherCon.
Christy's coming to the land of the Midwest.
I am. I am. And it's going to be fun, fun,
Mhm.
fun.
So
We hope. Yeah.
yeah, it'll be great. Well, we'll be together. So,
Yes.
and I love
Yeah.
Minneapolis. We're going to Minneapolis. So you are flying in, I'm driving there, and I'll pick you up at
Hmm.
the airport, and we'll spend the
And we're
weekend.
both doing panels, so that'll
We
be
are.
fun.
That will be really
So
fun.
one will be the cheerleader, one will be up there, and then we'll reverse it,
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
and
And
then
I
we're just
love,
going to see so many of the authors that
I
we've
know.
talked to because
Yeah.
this is kind of like the playground, for the authors. They're there for the fans, not
Hmm.
necessarily there to teach. And so it's
Yeah, it's
kind of
not
a
a
fun
craft. Um,
event.
it's about readers. It's about connecting readers and
Hmm.
writers. And so that'll be really fun. And I'm excited to see you there. And we are recording Jasmine while we're at VoucherCon. We're going to
Oh
record
yeah.
together.
So we're going to record.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are doing a special little event to celebrate something. We're doing a Facebook Live event from one of our hotel rooms, whoever has the least mess. And we are introducing our
Yours,
new
I'm sure.
baby. This is our new baby. We just self-published this ourselves. It's on Amazon. It's called Read Happy, the Ultimate Reading Journal. And
Yes.
I'm very proud of it. And it's been a labor
I
of
am
love.
too.
Yeah, it's been a labor
Yes.
of love. It really has been.
Yeah, I think we did a great job,
I do too.
and there's so much in here, and
so the concept is,
I just can't wait to share it with everybody.
I can't either. And the concept is, it's a reading journal or a book journal where you note your thoughts about the book. Like here's a sample page, a spread.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept is that if you love reading and reading brings you joy, journaling about it brings you a second dose of joy. And then the byproduct is that you're organizing your reading, which for me is a problem that I have needed solved. You and I have talked about this for years.
Yes, me too. Me too. So I'm finding that, because I've just started it, because after we brought out this journal, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing it for this new season. And it's very helpful. And, it's like anything, you're going to look back at it and go, oh yeah, that was cool. So
it does give
hopefully
you that
everybody
dose.
else enjoys it.
Yeah, it gives you that dose of adrenaline to see not only what because I used to, I've talked about this. I used to record maybe what I've read in a spreadsheet. That was kind of the best I did. And even that, I
tried to keep it in my brain, and that doesn't work anymore.
No, it's hard. And
we read too much now.
And but even it's so funny because I think because of what you and I do, I get people all the time asking me for a good next read. And I'll certainly have things in my craw that are recent, but I can't often remember what I read a few months ago, and I want to, I'm not good with names. And so anyway, this is our little baby. It's on Amazon now, but our event we're going to do in Minneapolis is we're doing a Facebook Live event to do a formal little kickoff for this beautiful little book. Very excited.
On September 8th.
6 o'clock Central.
Somewhere around 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central, because we're going to be Central.
Yes,
I like to be snobby about the Eastern time as the standard, but now I'm going to be Central, so I'm going to have to go with the flow. So Central 6 for all you Central people out there,
like me.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes.
So yeah, we have a lot of really fun things this season, and I'm really pumped about it. And our sound editor is getting married this season, so we've got a very busy, which is Christy's son. We've got a very busy front end of the season, and then we can kind of enjoy the month of November a little bit to celebrate his nuptials, which is exciting. Yeah. So he's not here right now. That's why we can't. We can talk about him, and
we can talk bad about him too. We could be like.
I was there the weekend.
Yeah. Did you see that outfit he picked out?
He talked about it. And I said, I called her Miss New Jersey. And I said, this might work out for you, Connor, with Miss New Jersey. I remember this years ago.
Yeah, I remember she came down right when we were going to be at Sleuth Fest. It was they just met. So here we are. Season 5.
Season 5, that's right. So anyway, Miss Christy, what else do we have to say?
Not much. Well, I think we're ready to what?
I know. We need to thank our listeners because we have. That's what we're here for, is to spread the word of, you and I are writers, and we love meeting other readers, and we love reading. And so I love sharing with our listeners great crime fiction books. And I love that. So
I know it's so much fun.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
And we promise we're going to try to make the season 5 the best you've ever heard.
It is. It's going to be
That's what we're
great.
going to try.
Yes. And so Christy is supposed to tell you now about our newsletters that you need to sign up for. I'm on your script.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Speaking of fun, our monthly newsletters are loaded with information on writing, reading, and life in between. Emphasis on life in between.
That's right. That's right. And we do have.
And I don't know, I haven't written this month or, combined your writing with whatever my graphics.
Yes. But join.
And just add a few things, nothing important.
Yeah. It's a very nice community of several, just under 5,000 people that we reach out to with all of our giveaways. Our giveaways are back.
And I can't wait to see what Reese's recipe is this month.
It's good. So yes, we always.
I'm gonna have to try to meet her.
Christy and I, one of the things we always talk about is food, besides wine and books. We always talk about food. So we always want to include a recipe. And I have shirked my duties because my daughter Ellis is in culinary school. And so I just every month I'm like, so what are you gonna send me? Like what? But she takes a picture of all the food she makes. And so I don't even have to. It's so great.
Awesome.
So yeah, she's doing great and loves culinary school. And Whitney, my oldest daughter, just had her last day of her senior year of college. Right. So I know, isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So much going on. I can't wait to be up there. I hope I get to see them next week.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be there a short time, but
yeah, you'll get to see Elise, but probably not Whit. But yeah, it'll be fun. And you'll get to see Clayton, of course. And
yes.
And Mimi.
And
Okay, so dear friends and listeners, thank you for joining us this crazy ride. And let's do one final cheers to season 5.
Cheers.